to share with you today an insight that I had on this past Rosh Hashanah on one of the tefillahs that we say, and then continue to say on Yom Kippur. Then I would like to share with you a mashal that I would hear from my Rosh Hashanah Rabbi Baxitzal every year around this time. And I think the combination of those two things actually will set us up for Mitzvah Shem, an amazing opportunity on Yom Kippur for each Shmoneh Esrei to have a very inspirational tefillah, and Mitzvah we should all be zoiche to have a slicha mechila v'kapara, and Hashem should be mahapich any gzeira raw and any bad decree that happened, and we should all be nichtav and nechtam in the Sefer Chaim Toim Meruchim and Shalom, filled with Yeshuos and brachos and refuos and Shalom for all of Klal Yisrael. But first, let's hear the insight in the tefillah, and then we'll get to the mashal. So we say on the beracha of Hamelech Hakodosh, in which we proclaim Hashem as our King, we say a number of stanzas, and it seems to go in a certain progression. We say V'chein tein pachtucha Hashem al kol ma'asecha, and then the paragraph afterwards is V'chein tein kovod Hashem la'amecha, and then we say the paragraph of V'chein tzadikim yiru v'yishmachu. L'chayra, these are three separate paragraphs referring to three separate emotions and referring to three separate types of people. The first one is which refers to all types of people, not limited to just Hashem's nation. And there needs to be a pachad and a yira that comes from recognizing Hashem as our creator, as the one who is a kol yochel and runs the world, and that applies to the Jewish people as well as every other nation that exists. And there's a pachad and a fear that comes from that recognition. And then we say afterwards, but those that are Hashem's chosen nation should feel a pride and a tremendous amount of positivity for being zeicha to be from Hashem's nation, for those who seek Hashem and seek Him out. And then we conclude that there will be tzaddikim amongst the nation that will rejoice, not just be happy and not just feel a pride, but they will rejoice and they will revel in the opportunity and seeing Hashem crowned as King. The insight that occurred to me is that this is an opportunity for each of us to be able to try and connect to those emotions. And it's not just a statement of facts of what will happen when Hashem will be revealed, but something that we can actually do as we're davening. And therefore, when we say those words, we should try and feel that level of a level of fear, and a level of awe, that we recognize that Hashem is the creator, and all of creation is equal in that connection. And then as we continue, we say, we should try and feel a sense of pride and joy that we are Hashem's chosen nation and what we are able to get and be zoicha to as Hashem's people. And then we should try and feel a sense of joy, a sense of happiness that Hashem will be revealed, and that will bring about a clarity and an awesome feeling that will be beyond what we can imagine in our current state. And therefore, yismechu, yagilu, yaloizu. So the insight is that it's not just the facts of what will happen when Hashem reveals Himself, but this is a process that we can engage in to help us feel more connected to Hashem and the feelings that should take place as we indeed look forward and anticipate Hashem's being Hamelech Hakodosh. But now I'd like to share with you the mashal that the Yeshiva used to say us. And he would always ask the question, why is it that Rosh Hashanah comes before Yom Kippur? Wouldn't it be better if we would first have Yom Kippur, get our kapara, get the slicha, clean the slate, and then go into Yom Adin, and we'll all be obviously nechtav in the svarim that we want to be and have a good gzar din. And he answered with the following mashal. He said there were two people that would come to court. One was someone who was being found guilty for tax evasion. He did not pay his taxes that year. And the other person was a terrorist who tried to bomb a building and bring down the government. Now the first person, when he comes into court to be sentenced, would be able to say to the judge, please, I fall upon the mercy of the court. You must understand there were extenuating circumstances. I had tremendously high medical bills and all sorts of things that caused me to be able to not be able to afford to pay the taxes. And if I paid the taxes, my family would not have had food this year. And it's likely that the judge will be lenient and perhaps even waive any of the charges. Yet, when that terrorist comes in, if the terrorist were to say, I plead upon the mercy of the court, I only despise you and hope to bring down everything that you stand for, but I've asked for the mercy of the court and to judge leniently on me, the judge will throw him out on his head and, of course, totally disregard that request because he's a terrorist and wants nothing and only wants the demise of everything that the judge stands for. And therefore, we need to have Rosh Hashanah first, in which we proclaim Hashem King, and we make ourselves into citizens, and we are not terrorists, and we have not fallen the ways of our Yetzer Haras. And then we can ask for Slicha, Mechila, and Kapara. So together, if we take these two concepts, so on Yom Kippur, when we say this beracha, if we talk about and try and then imbue in ourselves and feel and connect and align ourselves with these emotions, first saying that we are not we're not terrorists, we're not following the Yetzer Haras, and we're not going after all of our desires, and therefore wetain pachtucho Hashem al kol maasecho. We should feel your fear and your presence, and that should help us become more connected to you. But not only that, but even the feeling of pride that we are your nation, we have received your Torah and we follow your ways. And the agilu v'yismochu, if we can reach some level of happiness, of joy, and having Hashem there. So we are clearly Hashem's nation at that point in time, and we are Hashem's children and His servants. And there's a love and a relationship that's there to be able to then go and ask Hashem for slicha, mechila, and kapara afterwards. The mitzvah Hashem should be something that would be a natural continuation, but meaningful, and it should hopefully be niskabel, the Einei Hashem. We should all in mitzvah Hashem be zoicha to a yom of mechila and kapara, slicha. We should all be zoicha to yom slicha, mechila, and kapara. And indeed, all of the gzar dinim that may have happened or been decreed should be annulled. And we should all be nechtam in the sforim of Chaim Toim Aruchim, and Yeshuais and Refuais and Shalom al Kol Yisrael.